For my peeps who have been with me up until now, welcome back. And if you're new to this, we're going to be talking about something just a little more different today to lift our spirits and take us away from all of the horrible things we hear in the news. We can laugh among ourselves because aging comes with wisdom, experience, and some of the best humor you'll ever hear. Whether it's classic grandpa jokes, hilarious senior moments, or the kind of wit that only comes with time. Today we're going to be diving into the world of elderly humor. So sit back, grab a tea or a glass of prune juice, and get ready to laugh along with us. Let's go. Earlier I mentioned that young comedians like to think it's okay to make fun of the elderly like you and me. They talk about how we smell bad, have to use walkers and canes and so on. But there's another kind of humor, the ones we can tell each other, knowing the truth, limitations, and some funny things we shared. So here are 30 jokes in 3 categories. The first one is I would call general aging jokes. Why don't older people ever mind being called vintage? Because vintage means valuable. I don't mind getting older. My hair is just collecting wisdom highlights. They say that age is just a number, but in my case, it's a big one. My joints are like old friends. They don't always work, but they never leave me. I like that one. I finally found my keys. Turns out they were in my 20s. At my age, the only thing that gets lit is my birthday cake. You know you're getting old when the candles cost more than the cake. I don't trip over things. Gravity likes to remind me that I'm aging. My memory is so bad sometimes that I could plan my own surprise party. This is my favorite of this group. Age is like underwear. It creeps up on you when you least expect it. But we need to stay positive about aging. So we need some humor that pushes us in the positive direction. Aging gracefully just means smiling when you pull a muscle trying to tie your shoes. I've stopped counting birthdays. At this point, I just celebrate that I remembered it's my birthday. I used to care how I looked. Now I just care how I feel. And naps. They say life begins at 40. I guess that makes me a toddler again. I'm not old. I'm chronologically gifted. Why fight aging? It's like wrestling a clock. You'll never win. My eyesight is getting worse, but on the bright side, everyone now looks great to me. My wrinkles aren't flaws. They're just laugh lines that have worked overtime. Sometimes I tell people that I'm not aging. I'm marinating. You know you're aging well when you smile and your face doesn't crack. Now, the final category is what I call aging and wisdom. I may not remember what I had for breakfast, but I can tell you stories from 40 or 50 years ago. Another best thing about getting older, it's finally being too tired to sweat the small stuff. They say wisdom comes with age. So where's the manual? I've stopped worrying about aging because every wrinkle is now a badge of honor. I don't make resolutions anymore. My only goal is to remember what day it is. The older I get, the more I realize that naps are underrated and pants are optional. I'm not losing my hair. I'm just making more room for my brain. Another one I like. I've reached the age where my back goes out more often than I do. Aging isn't about getting old. It's about leveling up in life experience. Finally, I may not be as fast as I once was, but at least I can still laugh at myself. That's what we need to do, is remember that we don't like certain people of a certain age to make fun of us as we age, because we know that we're doing that. We know that we use walkers and canes and maybe we smell bad. I don't know. I take a shower every day. That's the best I can do to kind of keep up with that. But there are certain ways that you, my peeps, and I can talk about it with each other because we've paid our dues. We know what it's like to be old. And if we want to laugh about it, we can laugh between ourselves. Somebody of a certain much younger age wouldn't know what these jokes really are all about because they haven't had a hard time tying their shoes. They haven't had a hard time doing some of these things that the jokes reflect. So I decided to make this as funny as I could about those jokes that we can share amongst ourselves because we know what they're about. And I decided I will end on a slightly more body joke. But it's one that, oh gosh. The woman said to her husband, "Let's go upstairs and have sex." He said, "I can do one, but not both." I hope you people of a certain age, my peeps, the ones over 80, can appreciate the jokes today, and I'm curious about what my next episode will be, but I'm going to try to make it a little more serious because we have some things in our life that we just have to acknowledge and deal with. But I didn't want to end on that note. So stay tuned. It's great to have you here. Oh man, I'm 87 years old and I am not done yet.